Beautiful day, beautiful sunny day in Newfoundland. This video is going to be about deadly focuses, off-roading machines. Nope, just kidding. We're going to do the JB4. So this is the JB4 for the Mk7 Golf, GTI, and R. So right now, obviously, I have all my stock parts on: stock intake, stock blow-off valve, and stock turbo muffler delete, or stock turbo muffler. So, first of all, this is going to be very easy, guys. So the JB4 comes with the harness. If you get the JB4, obviously with Bluetooth, you have to open up this box. You just plug in the Bluetooth and you splice in one of the wires into here on the wire harness, and I just tape mine to the side so it wouldn't be floating around. Even with the other intake, I just laid it in there, and with the other intake, obviously you can put all these wires underneath and run them down. So the first join is going to be right here. Take your engine cap off, your motor cover. This is the first join. The first connector, you just pop that off, and then you plug the JB4 piece in, and then plug this piece into the piece that's on the JB4. So it's very simple. You got your male and your female that goes together, and this male goes into this female onto the engine. And all the other pieces are the exact same. You can't mix them up because they're all different sizes. So this piece goes right down here, right here. And then your other one goes down there on the bottom of that one. It's not that one, it's the one underneath it. Also, you can, with the 1.8 turbo, I think maybe it's because it's the 1.8 turbo, there's more room here in this area right here. When I first put it on the very first time, I just put my hand down there and did it, but when I took it off, I had to take the belly pan off the car, which is not that hard. You just put your car up on ramps and it's no big deal. For the O2 sensor, this is your posi tap. Obviously mine's already used, so this would come not connected. You just unscrew this piece, push it down through the hole, and then screw it together, and then that locks in there like that, so you should be able to pull. It shouldn't come off. Now so when you look at your O2 wire, you have your O2 wire right here. This is the one that goes to the downpipe, and this is the one you'll be tapping into for the JB4. So don't just put it right here, because then there's no way to cover it for if you have to go to the dealership, because it do leave a minor little hole in the casing of the wire that is noticeable. So what I did for mine is I pulled it right back to there. So you can see there where that hole is. Focus right there. So that's where I tapped mine. No big deal. That's that. So let's start off with the first one. I find with these clips, if you push on this, push down and then up, because then it separates it from the piece. So let's get that in there like this, like so. And this goes in here. One hand, guys. You can do this with one hand. It's seriously nothing. Same thing with this one down here. Now, you actually have to get your hand in underneath it. Same thing, push. There we go. God. Bitch to get off. Okay, so the one with the end closest to the hole just goes in, and then you just connect this one to there. So once that's connected, and you can put this last one down there. The JB4 is hooked up to the O2 sensor. All the other hookups are on. Now, there's this place back here somewhere for the wire harness. I'm going to push the wires through. I'm going to show you guys exactly where. There's this little rubber nipple. So basically, back here behind this piece, you gotta take this off, and right up on the other side of that yellow thing, there's this like rubber. It's like a rubber. You can put your finger in it, but it's closed off on the other side. You gotta push through that with like a screwdriver or something, and basically that opens up. You can put this enough to get this wire through there, so then you can fish it through up by the battery and plug it in. Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. Like, you just had to put a big hole in this like thing. See, this is a T20 screw holding on this. It's like a shield thing. Right next to this is the port, and this shield thing just pops off, and you just pull it out from that. Okay, now we have access. So up there, behind here, there's this. I can't get it to fucking focus, of course. Okay, that hole right there. There's this big foam thing that's usually here, but I didn't put mine back, and that's exactly where you'd have to poke that through. So basically, you just poke it through there, put like a screwdriver or something back there, and then it opens up to the other side. That's the location right there. So you just poke it through. It's not going to be a hole when you guys do this. There won't be a hole there. You'll actually have to make your own hole. And I think that might have been why I was getting exhaust fumes into the car, now that I think about it, because I never sealed that after. Obviously, because the wire was still there. So I'm thinking that could be why I was getting exhaust fumes into the engine, or into the cabin, when I had the downpipe on. Because it was just so much exhaust that when it would blow towards the car, instead of the wake from the car, I would get those exhaust fumes from the car. So then you just take this in, and you just plug it in up there. No big deal. Just plug it in like that. Or, sorry. Like this. And then the wire just goes back there. So I'll pull it through the other side now. I just felt it. Okay. So you reach your hand around the wire harness. You can feel it with the tip of your fingers. Come here, you little bitch. So you're just reaching around there, and voila, there it is. So it comes in right behind there, right behind the wire harness. And then you can just fish that up until it pulls tight. There you go, and that plugs right in to here, and it's no big deal. Done. Then you just put your battery back in. Make sure all the connections are actually hapsed. Make sure when you're putting the connections together that you hear the click, because if you don't hear the click, then it could lead to, it could fall apart, and you might end up losing connection, and who knows what that could cause. Alright guys, so that's that. I'm going to put my battery back on and start the car back up and turn on the JB4 and connect it. And everything should be good. Just got everything hooked up with the JB4. Got the plate back on down there, and everything's hooked up. I double checked all the connections, make sure it all snaps together. Made sure the O2 wires all tight and everything's good. Gave it a little tug so nothing looks like it's going to slip out of place. Battery's back on. And we have power. So these codes that are coming up are just for because I had the battery off. So don't worry about that. And replace battery to the key. That was weird. I just got to replace the battery and the key at the dealership. weird. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, basically, just let it run for a second. Everything should be in order. So yeah, these codes will clear once you drive down the road a little bit. Alright, so let's have a look at the app.